And while Pakistan is faced with mounting debt as the IMF begins talks this month for a long-term loan deal, it has strict timelines for adherence. Shehbaz Sharif came to power on the promise of fixing the economy. And to that effect, there have been two high-profile visits in the last month to Pakistan. One by the high-powered Saudi delegation, another by the Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi. While in April, brother Nawaz Sharif even made a private trip to China, which many called a special assignment. Here's more on Pakistani government's latest outreach. A 50-member delegation led by Saudi Arabia's Assistant Minister for Investment, Ibrahim Al-Mubarak, arrived in Pakistan on Sunday, with representatives of some 30 Saudi firms from sectors such as IT, telecom, energy, aviation, construction, mining, agriculture, to name a few. The high-powered delegation for Saudi investment comes amid reports that the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman himself will be visiting Pakistan mid-May, marking his first visit to the country in 5 years. The visit will be the third in-person meeting between Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in just 5 weeks, and comes just a month after the visit of the Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif to Saudi Arabia, where the two leaders discussed expediting a $5 billion package deal for Pakistan. Pakistan has been reeling from a severe economic crisis for more than 2 years, with its inflation at one point shooting up to nearly 38% and its foreign currency reserves depleted to $3 billion in February 2023, enough to cover less than 5 weeks of imports. In June last year, Sharif was able to avoid a sovereign default when he secured the IMF bailout, pushing the current forex reserves to almost $8 billion. Pakistan's external debt obligations currently stand at more than $130 billion. Just last month, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif discussed a new loan program with the IMF Managing Director when they met on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum in Riyadh. Islamabad is seeking a new, larger, long-term extended fund facility. Pakistan has some of the highest rates of inflation in South Asia. The current average inflation stands at 24%, down from 29.2% the previous fiscal year. While the sensitive price index may have reached the 2-year low, the inflation situation remains uneven. Essential commodities like gas continue to remain high. With gas being key for cooking, it has a bearing on Pakistan's inflation as well as foreign exchange reserves. The high cost of gas has destroyed several households, with some even contemplating taking their own lives.
Just like the costs are getting higher and higher, so should our salaries. I don't think our minimum wage is enough for a person to survive. A person should get at least 70 to 80,000 a month in order to survive in this economy.
Sometimes I feel like ending my own life, but I'm not doing so because I have to feed my family, my children. But the situation is extremely dire. The government promised us that they will reduce inflation in 2 years, but ever since then, the costs have increased by 2 to 3 times.
Nothing is changing. I earn 40,000 a month, but I don't have enough to make ends meet. What am I supposed to do?
Meanwhile, the Saudi-Pakistan relationship has seen an uptick in the recent months, with both sides keen on engagement. Mohammed bin Salman's possible trip to Pakistan comes just 2 weeks after the Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi vowed to invest $10 billion in Pakistan every year during his visit to Islamabad. One of the promises Sharif made during his campaign was a pledge to fix Pakistan's beleaguered economy. And the Pakistan Prime Minister certainly knows it's a race against time as he reaches out to his allies.